Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited about today's video because we're gonna be doing some reflection, okay? I recently turned 26, a beautiful, ripe age, 26 years old, okay? So I've entered my late 20s, yes I have. I feel like it's technically still mid-20s, but either way, I've crossed the halfway point. So I've learned a few things in my 20s and I wanna share what I've learned in my 20s so far. Because there's more! There's still more to go, which is so lovely. Very big side note, but turning 26, it kind of makes me feel like I'm at this place where I feel older, but I'm actually really young. I'm recognizing that now and it's just like kind of beautiful. It's like, oh, it's like I'm older, but there's still more to go, so it's fine. So if you guys are excited for today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, girl, come on. Join the family. Like, we out here, we have entertainment, we have actual introspection, we have knowledge. Join the family. Thank you. And then also, while you're there, make sure to hit the notification bell so you always get notified when I post new videos, because sometimes the algorithm likes to do this thing where it doesn't tell you that I've posted a video. So you just want to hit the bell right next to it so you're always informed. So I'm actually really excited because today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp, okay? And that's help, H-E-L-P. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so number one, the first thing that I've learned in my 20s so far is how important it is to take care of my skin and my health, okay? Girl, gravity is a real thing, and with time, you know, things are gonna start to descend, okay? And contrary to popular belief, black does crack, okay? All right, when you don't take care of yourself, your skin, your health, it will crack. I've always kind of struggled with my skin, particularly with hyperpigmentation. So learning about like actual skincare ingredients has really helped in terms of me making more informed decisions about what type of skincare products I put on my skin, even my body too. I have very sensitive skin, like it's actually ridiculous. And since, you know, really researching about specific ingredients, it's helped so much in actually like improving the health of my skin. And obviously with health too, you know, whether it's drinking a lot of water, working out more, like all of these things are so important, because once you start getting older, girl, hey! Gravity doesn't really help you out. It just doesn't. So you really need to be proactive about that. So that's one of the things that I've really learned to do in my 20s. I do have actually a YouTube video where I share more about my actual skincare routine, what I actually use on my face. So I'm gonna link that. I'm gonna link that above. And yes, but general practices, I always make sure to remove my makeup at night. It's really important. Wash your face, specifically double cleansing, which is using an oil-based product first, like a makeup balm or oil, to remove your makeup. You can also do this for sunscreen too, because sunscreen doesn't just come off with face wash. I use that to dissolve the products, and then I use a regular face wash. So yeah. Okay, the second thing that I have learned in my 20s so far is how important it is to invest in therapy. Okay, like girl, I've already talked about this many times. I started my therapy journey in 2018, and the 10 has really been great, honestly. Not to say that it's not difficult and it won't stir up a lot of things, but it has helped me tremendously in just being aware of where I'm at, processing feelings, learning how to communicate, just giving me different tools so that I could just be a better person for me and for everyone else that I love in the world. I'm so excited because today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp. So BetterHelp is an accessible and convenient way to find a professional licensed therapist that works best for you. So they have over 20,000 therapists in their network, and you're able to schedule weekly phone or video sessions. So a big deterrent of therapy is because it's so expensive. Like every time I seriously pay for a session, I'm like, bruh, this is actually a flight. But, you know, the great thing about BetterHelp is that it's actually more affordable than traditional in-office therapy, and they do offer financial aid options. So, bloop. What's your excuse now? So go and talk to somebody. Okay, go and talk to somebody because you need it. Even if you feel like you don't necessarily have anything to talk about, I think it's still good. So you can visit betterhelp.com/Chizi so that you can join over 1 million people that are also taking charge of their mental health. I don't think you'll regret it. Okay, I don't. So definitely click the link in my description box, open it up so you can get 10% off your first month, and that is BetterHelp, H-E-L-P. All right, shout out to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. Sometimes I really think about where I would be right now in my life if I wasn't in therapy, because I've been in therapy now for basically 3 years. It's just helped me process so much. I've been able to make big life decisions like with someone that I trust. You know what I mean? Because like at least with a therapist, they're not a friend in the sense where they're gonna judge you about the things you do, or they'll give you biased advice, you know, or they'll start talking about their own experiences and how it relates to you. You know what I mean? Like you just get someone that y'all just talk about you. It's been great, honestly. It's really been great. Like I said, it's not easy, to be honest. It's definitely not. Like there are a lot of like serious things that I talk about in there, but at least I know I have a safe space to do that. And also a great thing about it is I'm able to kind of like create plans for myself, like emotional plans. If I know I'm going to be going to like an event and I know it's gonna be triggering in some sense, like if I talk to my therapist beforehand, I can literally plan and prepare for such an event. And now I'm not just like outside in the world being triggered every 2 seconds, never processing it or never being prepared for something. You know what I mean? So it's just great. So definitely investing in therapy is one of the best things that I did in my 20s. The third thing that I've learned in my 20s so far is how great credit cards can be. Hold on, hear me out. Like many of you guys, like I literally grew up not knowing anything about credit cards. I heard that it was bad, you know, it could create debt, which all of these things are true. Well, not that it's bad, but like you can fall into debt if you don't like stay on top of your payments. So I never knew anything about credit cards. It was only just like over the last few years I started realizing, oh, specifically for travel lifestyle, because travel is important to me, but credit cards all have different benefits. So depending on your lifestyle and what you want, you find a credit card that actually like benefits you and your lifestyle best. For me, I like travel and I want to travel in style. Anytime I'm traveling, I want to get into the business lounges. I want to fly business class if I can. I want to get upgraded, complimentary, all of these things. So how can I do that? Here's an example. So there's something like the American Express Platinum card. I love that card. Well, I haven't gotten it yet, but I've been doing my research. So something like that type of card, right? The benefits are insane. You get access to like all of the lounges, all of the travel lounges. You get like credits, like Uber credits. You get like a $200 Uber credit for the year. There's so many benefits. There's a lot of benefits. And if you're a business owner, even better, right? Even better. But whether it's just personal or for business use, just by getting that credit card, I now have access to every single business travel lounge. So that improves my life, right? And I'm actually going to link down below, because I'm not a credit advisor in any way. Please, I'm not trying to have y'all go buy credit cards, because it's very easy to fall into debt with credit cards. It's very easy to misuse them. You never want to obviously like pay for something on a credit card that you actually don't even have the money for. If that's what you're doing, then you've got credit cards all wrong. And just everything I'm saying, bypass it, because you don't need a credit card. But I do have resources because I have to learn myself. So I'm gonna link down below this lady that I follow, Road to 750 Plus. She's the one that I actually follow, and I listen to like all of her advice for credit scores so that I can, well, credit advice so that I can improve my credit score. You just have to learn. You just have to have knowledge about it. Okay, the fourth thing that I have learned in my 20s so far is that it is okay to be single. So let me share a fun fact about me that I've never shared before, but I've been single majority of my life. Like I've literally only had one boyfriend, and it was in high school. Basically in my adult life, I have not experienced an actual relationship. So that is not to say I don't talk to people and stuff, because I mean, come on. But I haven't experienced like an actual serious, like actual proper relationship. And for a long time, it really used to make me uncomfortable. I started feeling like, what is wrong with me? You know, like why is nobody, I'm a fine girl. I'm doing really well for myself. I think I have my emotions and anger under control. What is the problem? But like I really started to like, you know, at a point like get a little down about it. Not that down though, because one thing about me, I grew up an only girl. I have 2 brothers. I'm an only girl, so I'm kind of used to being on my own. But being single is my default, so it's not like I sit here and I cry every night like, oh my god, nobody's around. Like I'm literally so used to it, so it's fine. But sometimes it's just like, dang, what is going on? And you start to really start looking at yourself and trying to figure out what's wrong with you. But I've realized it's not a negative thing to be single, and it's not a negative thing to be single for long periods of time. I actually think now more than ever is such an important time for me to really get myself together, honestly, and be the person that I would want to date too. Because if you sit here and ask me if I'm ready for a relationship or if I'm ready for marriage, the answer is no. It's no. Like, I'm not ready for all of that. So why do I need to be in a relationship right now, right? I think this is an amazing opportunity, and just in general, when you're single, it's great to just, one, date yourself. Treat you the way you would want somebody to be treated. Take yourself out, girl. Like, go meet new people. Like, you can do whatever you want. Also, it's really great time to really improve yourself, okay? I've been using this time to just improve myself, because the fact of the matter is, one of the reasons why I've been single for so long is because it's all or nothing, okay? It's either we're gonna do this and we're gonna get married or we're just not, because that's just the type of person I am. I don't really crave shallow interactions. Like, if I'm gonna date you, that means we actually really love each other because there's just no way that I'm dating someone just to date them. That is like dangerous, actually. Why? Because adding someone else into your life can literally change the trajectory of your life. And from my calculations, my trajectory right now is looking very promising. So I can't afford to just be haphazardly dating random people that can just come and scatter my life. But honestly, yes, I think it's an amazing time to really just, like, one, enjoy your own company, enjoy the solitude, enjoy the silence. Bruh, if I had kids running around right now, I'll be tight. So I'm enjoying it. I think it's a beautiful time, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I really don't. So that's one of the things that I've learned so far. Number 5. Okay, the next one is timelines don't exist. Okay, I'm not exactly who came up with the story that women need to go to school, do what they have to do, and then by 25 to 28 they need to get engaged, and get married, have their first baby before 30, and I repeat it. I don't know who created it. It's actually just not true, and it's made up. It's subjective. Everyone's timeline is going to be different, okay? And I think a lot of times we have this idea of what our lives should look like by a certain time, and the truth about it is you just don't know what life is going to throw at you, right? For a lot of people, like, that's not even something that they want. So it's really important to figure out what you actually want for your life. Do you want marriage? Do you want kids? Do you want to be an entrepreneur badass that, you know, adopts kids? What do you actually want? So for me, that's something that I've really been thinking about now, because I'm 26, I'm Nigerian, y'all. So I've definitely been getting the question from family and pressure, like, hey girl, you're getting up there, it's time for husband, da da da. And to be fair, like, these are things that I desire for myself, but not necessarily right now. And that's okay. That is all right. Because a lot of the women that I've seen, a lot of the women I know and I look up to that have lives that I would love to have too, girl, that timeline, it did not work for them. It just didn't. They didn't follow that. It didn't work for them. And a lot of people that end up, like, succumbing to the pressure and doing things because they feel like they have to at that time, a lot of people end up regretting their decision. That marriage that they're flaunting all over Instagram isn't really peaches and cream once the camera is off. You know, that baby that they just shared, they're having feelings of regret because now their life isn't the same. Regret is real. Regret is so real, and regret is just not something that I really want to be very close friends with, okay? Especially not regarding, like, my life and, like, those big decisions. So long as you're intentional about receiving those things, more likely than not, they're going to happen for you. So if you desire marriage, if you desire kids, if you desire a career, or, you know, an amazing career, if you desire to have a really great business, like, so long as you work towards those things, more likely than not, you're gonna have them. But of course, life happens too, right? And that's why I say you never know anyway. You really never know. So whatever plan that you have for yourself, you kind of got to throw it away and pray for the best. Prioritize the things that really make you happy, that feel aligned with who you are and where you're supposed to be going. prioritize those things, do those things, work towards the things that you want in life. But after that, you kind of you really gotta let go and let God, because everything is going to happen the way it's supposed to happen anyway. I think about how I always planned on going to medical school, right? I always planned on going to medical school. I shared with my family too, because everyone, my family also wanted me to go to medical school. But then I got into college. I wasn't one of those kids that like failed and flunked out. Like, I actually did really well in all of my STEM classes. I got a degree for biology, but like by my junior year or my third year of college, I really started feeling like an inclination, like a gut feeling that I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because I just felt so drawn to communications more. So I'm like, what's going on here? Now, if I called my dad and I was like, listen, I don't know if I want to do medical school anymore. I'm sure you know what a Nigerian Igbo father said. He was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's just small 8 years and you're done. Do you know that if I listened to that man, if I had listened to that man, I would be miserable right now. And not the type of miserable where like I'm doing this thing that I love and it's gonna pay off. It's just I'm doing, I'm going through the trenches right now. It's like I'm miserable, like I'm doing something that I actually don't even think I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm miserable. I think about that and I'm just like, yeah, honestly, it's so important to listen to your gut, because your gut is like, that's your guiding light for yourself. Because remove all these external factors, remove the people that are pressuring you to do these things. If they don't exist, then what? What do you have left? Your desires. Timelines don't exist. Do what works for you. Okay, number 6. Another thing that I've learned is that it is okay to reinvent yourself. So here's what I mean by that. A lot of times we end up getting stuck in our decisions, right? I decided to go to school to do this, so I must finish and I must do this. I decided this career, so I must do this and I must stay here. I decided to be with this person, so I must stay. You don't gotta do anything. I've created this persona online, so I have to uphold this image that I have. No, you don't. Okay? It is okay to reinvent yourself. It is okay to change your mind. It is okay to pivot. It is okay to go back to the drawing board. And I actually think if you feel like something is wrong, if you feel like you're going in the wrong direction, it's actually better to change or like really think about it sooner than later and take action sooner than later, because you never want to be in a situation where like so much time passes, because it gets harder to make changes as time passes. Let me know if I'm lying in the comments, like all my older girls out here or anybody that's feeling me, let me know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you feel a need to change in some way, honor that. That's okay. Girl, what's on the other side is more likely than not better, because that's more aligned with what you want anyway. And I'm not speaking about indecisiveness, because indecisiveness I feel like is rooted in fear. I'm talking about indecisiveness. I'm more so talking about like you try this thing out and you're like, you're there for a little bit and then you're like, actually I don't think this is working for me. I think I need to do something else. It is okay to reinvent yourself and change your path. There will be people that would judge you. There will be people, insecure people that would not do the same thing because they're too scared, that will be like, girl, you sure? Oh, I tried that, it didn't work out for me. You're gonna get a lot of that. You're gonna get a lot of that, just so you know. It comes with the territory, but it's also like, listen, the most revolutionary women in the world, yeah, or people in the world, they did not listen to everybody else, because I mean, majority of the world is not happy. The majority of the world is not doing what they feel called to do. They're not genuinely happy. So what are you listening to them for? Literally. Not to say that you shouldn't listen to people, but like when people give you advice, you really do have to discern it, because it always comes from somewhere. Whether it's biased, whether they're giving objective advice, they're giving advice from their perspective. So you have to keep that in mind. So number 7, it is okay, listen up, it is okay to make new friends. It is okay to make new friends. So this is actually something that I'm really experiencing basically right now. I saw this tweet the other day and that was saying basically like, for those of us that are in our late 20s, like PSA, it may be time to make new friends, because those relationships, previous relationships that you're really trying to, or friendships that you're really trying to force right now, is just not working because you guys are no longer on the same path. and I agree wholeheartedly, okay? This is not to say that everyone in your life should be taking you to your next level and you should be able to learn from them, which is true. A lot of times we make friends over the years, right? You make friends in high school, middle school, college, post-college, and you're probably finding that, you know, a lot of those people eventually end up dropping off. Not necessarily because you guys had a falling out, but because you guys are no longer on the same path. You guys can't really relate on a lot of things. It's sad. Sometimes it can be really, really sad. I basically lost a friend this year, and like a really good friend, like someone I really enjoyed, like, you know, we had a friendship. Because listen, if I'm friends with you, I'm friends with you. So yeah, it's a friend of years that I'm realizing now that I don't think we're on the same path anymore. I don't think we have the same mindsets. And I'm, you know, there's a certain place that I'm trying to go in my life. I just don't see this for us anymore. You know what I mean? And it was a sad reality, but it's important, because the truth of the matter is I feel a weight lifted off of my shoulders now, because I'm not necessarily having to, you know, keep up with someone that I don't necessarily think is supposed to be in my life right now. So it's a harsh, sad reality sometimes. Sometimes it's even great. Sometimes you're like, great, but it's okay, and it's probably good and something you want to do to welcome new people in your life, because with every stage you're going to be met with new challenges, obstacles, learning curves, and you need people. People are going to want to support you. If it's someone that has already experienced this, they can actually, you know, help guide you. Like, you need different people for different times of your life. Some people will stay there and y'all always gonna be. Some people you're just not gonna have a friendship with at all. And it's just life. It's life. It's something that I'm having to come to terms with myself. And yeah, to piggyback off of that point, which I'm gonna say basically is number 8, your social circle is so important. It is almost a form of currency, to be honest. Like, who you surround yourself with, like, and I'm talking about the people that you're calling, like, your close, who, you know, just the people that you really relate to, that are your closer knit friends, is so important, okay? Because those people could either raise you up or bring you down or keep you stagnant. And this is in all aspects of your life, because you're gonna have friends for different things. And your level of friendship is gonna vary between each person, right? You just wanna make sure that the people you're surrounding yourself with, like, are in alignment with who you want to be. Think about who you want to be, and then think about your friends currently. Are they in alignment? If it's not, then you have some things to do, okay? And I'm not gonna tell you to sit here and cut them off, because I don't believe in cutting people off, but you may need to have a conversation with yourself, and maybe them too. I know that making friends is, especially like when you're older, can definitely be like a little daunting, a little hard, because like, how do you make friends? I think a lot of times it's really in your approach. You want to make sure you're being an approachable person too. So one of the best ways to become or seem more approachable is to smile. Okay? Like, actually, like, a smile can go such a long way. Like, it literally can like lead to marriage. It can lead to marriage. It can lead to friendships. It can lead to a great networking opportunity. It can lead to money. Smiling can get you so far. So you want to make sure you're being approachable in like smiling, looking more relaxed, like things like that. And then honestly, when you do meet people, be genuine. Be genuine. I cannot count how many times I've spoken to people and I can literally tell they have an agenda. Like, that is so annoying to me. Like, if you want genuine friendships, you just need to be a genuine person. Like, and if you find that you're shy, and that's okay. That's okay. That's your selling point. Hey girl, I'm a little shy. Like, it's not something that I do, but you know, I really enjoyed this thing you did, or I was wondering if you wanted to, you know, grab some coffee. Because the truth of the matter is, even if you're shy, every shy person knows, like, once somebody gets to know you, more likely than not, you're not that shy anymore. So if you know that you're a genuinely good person, whether you're shy or not, there's somebody in this world that can benefit from you being their friend. So you want to think about that. Like, you are important. People deserve to know you too, and that's okay. So just be genuine. Those are just some of my tips. Obviously there's more, but like, that's some of the things. I know friendships can be hard and making new friends is hard, but you got to be open to those things too. Because if you're sitting here going, oh yeah, no, I I don't like women like that, or no new friends. I don't really know. I have my day ones and I don't need any more. Well, yeah, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna make any new friends, and you're missing out on a lot of opportunities. You're missing out on your next level. You're missing out on your destiny, basically. So do that if you want. Number 9. Okay, one of the things that I've learned in my 20s, this is a huge one, that I have to accept my body. Yeah. You know when you like look back on photos of yourself when you were younger? So I went and I was looking at myself. I think my dad sent me a photo of me in high school. I was a stick. I was so skinny. My entire high school experience, all I remember was being upset about my body. I was upset because I never had a flat stomach. I always had a fupa, y'all. Like I literally I came out the womb with a fupa. Like, so it just always made me uncomfortable. I hated that. I hated the fact that I didn't really have a butt like that. You know, like I'm an African girl, I'm a black girl. Like I should be well endowed in that space. I wasn't. So it made me really insecure, it made me really uncomfortable, and made me really not like my body. I looked back on those photos and I was like, wow. One, I was so skinny. I think body dysmorphia is a real thing, and I think maybe I suffered from that a little bit. The truth of the matter is, you know, we can have aspirations for a certain body type, or, you know, maybe you want to tone and tighten up in a certain place. But the truth of the matter is, all you have is literally right now. This moment, this second, literally me and you watching me, whether you're in your bed or this is the moment, this is the only thing you actually have right now. You don't have your dream body yet. You just don't have that yet because you haven't arrived there. That's in the future, right? So if that's something you're journeying towards, that's fine. But you really do have to learn to love yourself, your body, in the current state that it is. Because the fact of the matter is, it's a big mindset thing, it's a mental thing. And even if you get to the point where you do have that dream body, a lot of times, a lot of women will tell you, if they didn't get their mental right surrounding their body, you end up still finding things to nitpick anyway. And this is the same thing if you're getting, you know, cosmetic surgery on your body too. You know, BBLs are such a thing now. A lot of women get these surgeries, right? They're gonna finally get that, you know, fix that thing that they've always wanted, and it's gonna build their confidence up and they're gonna be great. Some people do experience that. Some people do experience increased confidence, but some people, a lot of people, find they're still not happy. They're still not happy with their body. They find something else. It's because your mindset around your body is not right, girl. You really gotta learn how to love yourself as you are right now. It plays such a part in your life, and just like the theme of your life when you look back at it. And I'm saying this because, like, when I think about, you know, when I was in high school and I look back at that photo, I'm like, wow, I was literally unhappy the entire time. I could have used that energy for something more useful. And the fact of the matter is, more likely than not, you're going to get bigger. You're going to probably gain more weight. So if you don't love yourself and your body now, you're going to find more trouble. I'm not projecting that you won't get yourself together and do what you gotta do and like get that dream body you've always wanted, but you know, we all have these, like, you know, weight loss or weight gain goals, and then a lot of times we don't meet them, and it's like, so are you not going to beat yourself? You know, are you not gonna be pissed for another year? Like, no, like, yes, you wanna change, yes, you wanna journey yourself, but like, leave your body, it's okay. It's actually fine, it is fine, okay? Because you're gonna look back in 5 years and look at this same body that you're complaining about right now, and you're gonna be like, wow, I didn't even look that bad. I'm telling you, but that's what I've learned. If I'm bloated one day, if I'm skinny the next, I celebrate my body either way. And we move on. It's okay. My last thing that I've learned in my 20s so far, okay, is how important it is to have an actual morning routine. I'm honestly talking from a perspective of, like, it's honestly low-key a matter of life and death. As a millennial, a lot of Gen Zers as well, like, we have, I don't know, I can only speak for myself, but I have like we have a very lazy morning routine. We open up our phones, we look at our phones, and then you just succumb with whatever you're seeing on the internet, right? A lot of times, if you don't work like maybe a 9 to 5, a traditional job that forces you to get up, your morning routine is everything. And I'm speaking as, you know, a content creator, a business owner, where I can do whatever essentially I want. I can technically structure my day however I want. You know, so long as the work gets done, it gets done. With that, I found that I really do need a morning routine. One, because I'm not a morning person. I am not a morning person. If you pay me even just $50,000, I can actually sleep for 48 hours. Like, I can sleep for a long time. I don't wake up in the morning and go, yeah, let's get the day. Yeah, let's do it. I don't do that. I have to put in a routine in place so that I have consistency, I have structure, and then it becomes second nature. And now the day is kind of like, I do something to jumpstart my day, and it puts me in a great mood, and then the day is better from there. Because here's the thing, y'all. When you have an amazing morning, right, that sets you up for an amazing day. When you have an amazing day, or a productive morning, or an amazing morning, that sets you up to have a productive day. When you have a productive day, you have a productive week. When you have a productive week, you have a productive month. Once you have a productive month, now you can have a productive and amazing year. All of your morning routine is literally, it's the start of the snowball effect of the rest of your life. So if you find that, you know, you spend one day, you know, you kind of stayed in bed, you didn't really, fine. And then you find you do the exact same thing the next day, and you kind of just, you're cruising. By the end of that week, right, or the end of that month, you're like, bro, what did I do? What did I get done? What did I accomplish? What? Your morning routine is so important. For me, I like to pray. Praying is really, it's a great way to just like recenter, connect myself, and be like, all right, this is what we're doing. We in this world, but I'm gonna talk to Jesus. And then I also like to work out. Working out is honestly the main thing, because working out is like a pivotal piece for my morning routine, because it's honestly the only thing that gets me started and going in the day. Like, it really does. And every time that I work out in the morning, I have a much more productive day. I just do. Whatever works for you, figure that out and really try your best to implement it every day as much as you can, because it is going to change your life. So that's pretty much all of the things that I've learned in my 20s so far. If you guys have any other like thoughts, comments, things you've learned as well, please put them in the comment section below, because we all could use the knowledge, okay? Again, shout out to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. Again, I'll have a link in my bio. It's for you to receive 10% off your first month. If you did enjoy this video and want more type of content like this, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, it's free, okay? Join the family, and while you're there, hit the notification bell so you always get notified when I post a new video. All right, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all. Watch some other videos. Thanks. All right, bye.